Hey everybody, Photo Dodo here on a Sunday afternoon. How you doing? Doing well here. Um, so I wanted to review a movie today, and it's The Last Voyage of the Demeter. And it's a little log in Dracula by Bram Stoker. I have notes here, so sorry if I keep looking off. I wanted to write a few things down to remember so I could do this. So what it is, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's about 2.5 hours long, 2 hours 40 minutes, give or take. So yeah, it's a bit of a long movie, but really good. Oh, and let me show you that part. Creature was really cool looking, and I always love seeing him. Most of us will know him as one of the kings in the Game of Thrones series. Um, so yeah, very cool movie. The little kid that was in it, I loved him, loved him. Hope to see more of him in future things. So the movie is taken from a log in Bram Stoker's Dracula book. And it's been a minute since I've read the book, so I need to reread it, which gives me the perfect excuse to sit there and, do some more reading, because I don't always, have the chance to do that. So I have my notes because I wanted to, talk about some of the things. So with the crate falling and it almost kills the kid, the doctor in the movie, who is this guy here. Sorry, I don't know names. I've probably seen him in a few things. So let me do that for you. Saved him, and so it was his. So being that the captain of the ship saw what he had done, and so of course, it granted him a way to get on the ship. And, the crate falls, almost kills the kid. It lost some dirt and splinters on one of the upper corners. So it gave the creature a chance to start, getting out. And for some people, the movie could be a little slow. But at least it's building the storyline instead of a bunch of nonsense like some movies are. And you could cut half hour to an hour off of it because of how bad it is. I don't feel this was that. Um, it went long and the story was really good. I didn't get bored, and I didn't look at my husband and go, really? We were both really engaged in the movie. There really wasn't any jump scares, but not to the extent of going, ah, but to the extent of just kind of going like that, So it was really good. The way they did the monster, very Nosferatu. If you've seen that movie, it's an old German movie from the 1920s. I think it was 1922 when it came out. So if you know of that creature, seen the movie, awesome, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, Google it, buy it, rent it, something. It was a great movie for the start of horror movies to be. Vampire was another really good one. But for me, the creature, when you see his face, and of course that's the back of him, but when you see his face, the director must have loved Nosferatu, because he looks very similar to him, and I appreciate that. Loved it. Loved every part of it. Also, what was really wild was that in one part of the movie on the ship, he goes for the kill, but he doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to say animalistic, if that makes sense, because he had already slit the guy's throat, and the guy's trying to go and do the knocks on the ship and what have you, and of course, there's a trail of blood leading to where he finally falls at. And instead of the creature smelling the blood, he starts going downtown and licking it, you know. So he was savoring every single morsel, I guess you could say, of the blood. And there was a gore factor, but there wasn't like an extreme gore factor. So don't go into the movie thinking that this is going to be a ripping, shredding everything. It was very minimalistic. It was very true to the bite marks on the neck and the feedings. The woman that was there, who was also in a crate, for the creature. The bite marks, you'll eventually see what was on her. So I appreciate the minimalistic gore on it. Sometimes less is more, and I appreciate that. And then what was also cool is there were times in the movie where you were looking, you were like the creature itself, where you were looking where he was looking at, or they also gave you the perspective of when the guy was dying, you got to see his perspective of the creature on top of him, and then the creature going for his face or the neck or whatever piece of body he was going for. So that I really enjoyed that, loved it. So very cool. There wasn't much of it, but there was enough. So yeah, and then there were parts in it where you know, when the sunrise came and the people who were alive from the bites and everything, the true burning of the stake, so to say. What did I say? Yeah, the burning of the stake scene was really cool. There was one, and so very back in the day for the witches, you know, because of religion. So yeah, that was really cool to see that, and how they had it go. Setting being not set on fire, it was, you know, the fire from within, and you got to see all these embers coming. It's something that needs to be seen to be believed, because it's hard to explain how that was, and it was really cool. And it only happened twice in the movie. And then the way they tried to kill the creature, I don't know. I don't know if there will be a second one, because we don't really quite see the creature being killed. Oh, yes. Okay. There could be if they were to do a second one, there would be. Because the doctor and the creature were the only ones left to survive. I hope they don't ruin it. So, very, very cool how that ended up being. And, so I won't ruin that in case you haven't seen it. But, yeah, all in all, was very cool. Let me see if yeah, so those were really my only notes on the movie. So, buy it, rent it, do something. I do suggest this. Oh, and yeah, so that's what the creature looks like. Agree to disagree if he looks like Nosferatu. I think he does. So yeah, loved it. Just a really good movie. Everybody meshed well together, because sometimes, you know, you get a few people, it's like, oh, just ruin the movie. Nah, everybody meshed really well with this. So yeah, go get it, go rent it, go buy it, stream it, something. Okay. So see you guys. Thanks. Have fun.